So today we're back on the river and I've been playing with a little bit of these exchanges. This place is in between points. See how the gravel runs, the water rushes fast enough, washes the gravels out, kind of leaves a clay bar behind that eventually the grass starts to grow in, gives a little vegetation life. But in between different winters and different floods, it leaves a little bit of different design. Today we've got this edge of gravel running down along this clay bar. And I tested it yesterday to find right on that edge there is a little bit of sub 100 mesh flower gold sitting. So I brought out a couple sluice boxes, my minis, because those are always fun, and we're using a 5-gallon bucket with a nozzle on it for gravity feed water. So it keeps us legal with water supply, keeps us legal on location, and good protection and company as always. So today we're trying to pack in as light as possible. So I got a 5-gallon bucket to help carry a couple gold pans in the backpack. But today for classification, I tried going another route. So right here, we've got these little bags they give out for floaters whenever you go down the river here. You can use them to pick up garbage. Just toss them in, hook them to your canoe, inner tube, whatever you're floating on. It works really well. Well, I've got a bag for gravel, and I decided that if I take this gold pan, get this down on in here, just get some of these sands and whatnot in here, and come up to the edge of the pan, well, the edge of that bag. Let's get this situated just right. Bag here inside the other bag, this one here. Yeah, like everything in time. Alright, anyways, you get the point. Dump the rocks in there. Pick up the bag, shake it around a little bit. Pretty simple, but see what we got. We got some mostly clean rocks. There's still a little bit of debris in there, but for the other route, just run everything full, this is working out alright. So for this little test run here, we've got a little scoop, got the water line hooked up to the 5-gallon water tank. So here we get the first scoop ready, coming out of this one. Okay, there's good little gravel sitting in there. Okay, so we got some lines here. Kick our water on here. There we go. There's our water. So now, with that, work its way down using the regular dream mat as a capture on the end. So since I've only got a limited supply of water, there's the first scoop. And I'm overloading these ones, but right now it's mostly about just trying to wash the rock off the surface and let the heavies go. So it's pretty much just dump and run, and hopefully using the other stuff to catch any contaminants further down. Like I say, most of this stuff is guesswork at this point, but it makes for an enjoyable day out here. So we'll see what we can catch, see what we can run, and just keep it working on down. So like every first time, there's learning. So we'll keep learning today and see what happens out the next time. Maybe a little more firm placement the next time, but you know what? It's still working for now. So, back up here. Just run the gravels, bring it on down, let it wash on out. Like I say, everything here I've been finding so far is those itty bitty flood gravels, which is sub 100 mesh or so. So this, trial by fire, but we're learning. And we're seeing what's catching and what's holding, so still works. The other thing is, if we have enough water flow, we might just run it down the regular sluices here. I have fun with the small ones just because I get to see different articulation of flow. Just kind of see how it works. But we'll keep running a little bit of dirt, and then we'll do a test pan here to see if there is actually anything coming out today. So bit more cleaning, a bit dirty running at this moment. But for simplicity, at the end of the day, it's a beautiful day out. Alright, so we finished that first little run a little bit. I cut the water off pretty much immediately because it's overflowing, the small one's moving. Might have enough water pressure with this gravity just to use the regular size sluices for what they are. Hopefully not just pack so much off on the end. But I figure since we've got this out, best way to know if we're actually capturing anything, just put it in the pan and see what's there. That's the one thing about this game. You never know what's there until you put it in a pan. Once you got it in a pan, you got some idea. You can see a lot of things, you can see a lot of colors, but until you actually see what's there, you never know. So get out there, test, see what you got, see what you can find. Alright, this one's still holding a little bit in there. Trying to get everything out. That way I know I got a good sample. Alright. So here's that first one in. Use that to catch a little water. Alright, get this all on the edge. Alright, take out those little bigger pieces. Alright. Give it a shimmy, give it a shake, now go to wash. So it ran awful fast, awful overloaded. And mostly I'm just trying to find out if there is any gold, if it is falling out that quick, that easy. I mean, gold is a density of 18, 19 or so. I think 19. But metals fall out of water fast. It's just there are too many other things underneath it that weigh a bit more because of size that are holding the gold up from falling. So wash everything out here. A few rocks, a little black sand. But what is holding with that? Focus water flow. Alright, you see it. Alright, there's a little bit of gold up there at the top. Real fines, but we're back on it, and we are capturing. It looks like today, I'm just going to go back to run the full-size sluices because we got the water flow with the 5-gallon bucket, so let's make it happen. So we're back again, another 5-gallon bucket. Pulled out the smaller sluices because they're working, they're capturing gold, but right now we've got a high enough flow rate with that bucket and not really necessary. So we're going to try high flow, no classification, wash all the rocks down, and the bottom dream mat is running flat enough, it's catching most of the heavies at the top. We just tried to, well, got to keep the rest of the rocks falling out the rear end and keep that water moving, not too slow. But we are getting a good catch down here in these runs. So we're just going to go and see what happens and see what we keep catching. So on to the next one. Here we go. Here we got water flow coming. And now let's just start dumping. That was more than I wanted, but we'll see what keeps coming here. At this point, it's mostly just washing off the rocks. Using that gravity down at the bottom as a catch. It's not a complete smooth sluice run. Things are moving, the rocks are holding, but we're just gonna do what we can here with what we got. Today is for testing, and as far as I know, you never know until I do it. So once I do it, I can see what happens, and then I know what happened. So just keep this washing on out. Looks like we got pretty decent flow coming down the line, and if it is cleaning that quick, looks like I need some more rocks. So on to the next one. Alright, today I'll admit I'm running awful fast, but we're seeing what works here. So we got 3 more little pans, 10-inch pans or so. We've got a bucket 3/4 full of water. We're going to see if we can get these 3 washed out before we run out of 3/4 of a 5-gallon bucket of water. So quick, but we'll see how fast we can work. There's back open up. Stuck in there, but that'll be alright. Alright, pan 2. 3. Get yourself washed off here. See exactly what we got going on here. Dead ending at the end, so we're coming back here. There we go. Get this all opened up and washed out. Alright, so since we got those quick buckets done, quick washout, next step here is going to be testing the top layer mat and see if we're actually catching here. So we'll be checking the top here momentarily and see what we got. Alright, so we're out of water. I got a 10-inch pan here filled. We're going handed, so switch to my left hand. I'll do this the best I can. This one just slides out. It's ready to come. Alright, here we go. This one come on over. Alright. We'll get this out of here without too much more hassle. Alright. Well, there we go. Into the water. Do this the best way I can, as easily as I can. Alright. Well, learn a new method to do this too. Get these to wash out. Most of the time after running the sluice, if you're checking tailings and fines, you probably want some jet dry in there. You gotta break up the surface tension of that water, because that small float gold, the whole reason why I'm able to look for it here is it floats away. It gets hyper buoyant or something like that, where the gold is actually light enough to float on water. It's just the size versus the particular size of the water, something like that. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up and then catch you on the pan out. All right, another quick clean gives us this for a little bit of cons. We're just gonna pan it off into this one here, see what we got. See, there's black sands in there. I mean, granted, we're running sand, but there's a lot of iron content in it. So it makes panning take a little bit longer, but that's because you're just working a lot of heavies to try to find out that small little bit of gold in there. Alright, keep this working. Come on down. We're gonna get there quick, but do a job. Good job. Takes a little bit of time sometimes, so keep at it. When the heavies fall down, shake it on down. You see all those black sands forming in the corner. I don't want those to run too much because we're already getting 3/4 of the way down. Bring them on back. Let that shake out. Bring it on down again. Bring off those blondes. Blondes are coming across the top, coming on out. Bring us back to those blacks. Shake it on off. Well, at least if nothing else, it's showing us the capture rate. We are getting plenty of heavies, even with running that fast. So generally they say about 8 degrees on a sluice box for angle with your water flow. But once again, you got to aim it to have the correct water flow. If you don't have the flow, you got to change some other parameter to make it work the way you want it. So the best thing I'd say for running anything, and it's with my limited bit of knowledge, is just learn what you're working with to see what's possible. If you never run what you have, you never see what it does. And if you never see what it does, you don't have a true idea of what's happening. So get out there, test it, see what there is. I mean, that's what makes it possible. Or you learn impossible. But from that comes another avenue to learn how to do it a different way. If you learn another way, hey, guess what? That's one more card for you. Better to play with a full deck some days, but better be a jack of all trades and a master in none. You got a bit of wisdom to go with it. Alright. Man, there's a lot of black sands in there. But there should be another surprise here in a minute, I'm hoping. Keep it working, keep it running. We're getting on point. So we keep it coming down. Got those heavy metals to the back. Let the blondes come out. Alright, we're getting there. I know it seems like it takes a while, but you get in a rush, you start washing those blacks out too quick, you're going to lose some other things with it. But thankfully I'm going to be saving all these black sands to run again later, but let's see what we're working with today. Alright. Alright, we got little gold traces across the top, definitely sub 100 mesh, but there's definitely more than one of them. Alright, well, if we keep at this, here in a minute, see what else we can find. Ooh, there's a better one coming out up top too. Alright, well today, we're going to learn what we got. We're going to find some gold. Alright, we're on to our next evolution. We've been using the little bag to fill up the dirt bag. Using a red, normally a little garbage net, is a classifier inside of the one for sandbags. Literal, using the sandbag to catch sand. It works. So anyways, we got the water filled up again. We got a bucket of cons, and we're going to see what running cons looks like this time. Should give us a little bit more consistency, not so much craziness. I am going to start us out with some sitting up top. Just because, once again, limited amount of water. Let's keep that run time going. Run a little bit one side, see if we can get the other side coming back. Get it back to level-ish. Okay. It's looking like some bigger rocks did make it through, but not near as much as earlier. There's some movement. Go up again, get another wash going down. There we go. It's moving. See a little bit more building up down here at the end. Keep that stuff coming through. Try to keep the true flow coming down. Hopefully if there are any heavies, it's falling out early. Let's see what we got here in a minute. So the main mission of today is to wash the sand off. Put the heavies down, let them fall out. Hopefully let the blondes wash off the top. Slightly same thing over and over again, but if it works right, you get to see a little bit of color at the end too. Just a little bit quicker. I get this is not normal traditional sluicing, but well, today it is what it is kind of day. Get these to wash back up. Alright, well, just slowly with that, keep running. Get a shadow chaser here in the meantime. D, you having a good time? You ready, little puppy dog? Alright, we need to go find a stick here in a minute. We're going to put the stick and let this continue to run out until we're at another 5 gallons. Noticing down here at the end, you can see those heavy black sands really are just washing and sitting at the connection of those 2 points. So granted, yeah, we got a bit of an angle and it's coming down hot, but we might have a catch down here at the bottom in between all of that overburden. So we'll keep running some water, let it clean off, and see what the drain mat's catching down below. Alright, so there is no doubt that second sluice run's been overwalked, overrun, overhandled, and there's a lot of tailing sitting out the backside of it. So as this keeps draining out that last 5-gallon bucket, I'm going to take a scoop down here at the end. Alright, now we're going to go check for losses. Alright. Where the riffles are. There's the riffles, there's the back of the pan. Alright. Get those heavies off. There's a lot of stuff from classified to unclassified material in here. But either way, just to take a bit to get through because there are a lot of heavy sitting in it. It's a cool looking piece of quartz. Big heavies at the back of the pan. Right. That little piece of quartz. Nice and easy. You can already see a little bit of the blacks just lining up in the rear of the pan. I already knew that. Keep washing that bigger material out. Let it settle back down. Wash out again. Keep checking because once again you never know what you can find in these areas, but yeah, mostly rocks and stuff. Okay. Quartz, granite, a few other things. Alright. Still enough big stuff in there. Alright, we can see those blocks forming in the corner again. Take it on down. There's these random scraps at the back. Alright. As many of these big round ones as I can. Try to keep that little stuff in there. Okay. So again, this is from tailing, so I really hope there isn't a lot. That second sluice was running flat enough. I didn't think much had happened, but with this the amount of backup we had from overrunning it so hard, I think anything could happen, to be honest. But alright. Black sands. Black sands. Ooh. Might be some microscopic. You know, for me, I'm not really seeing anything. I think that looks good. So, as crazy as it was, I think we're running all right. All right, just got the dream mat cleaned out. Got a pan with the cons, and now we're gonna go test out with the dream mat still holding. It's fun finding gold, but it's amazing the amount of panning you got to do. Everything takes you down to that last little moment. Last little moment's where it's all at. So, once again, I'm really hoping there isn't much in here, but it's all just testing. So we'll see what there is. I'll admit this stuff being at least classified out a little bit better. It's a lot easier to work. Classification might take a little while, but it sure does make life easy. Oh yeah, we got a line of full black sands in the back of the pan. And you might even be able to see there's a little bit of orange and a little bit of red in that color, which I think in the area could be either cinnabar or sapphire. I know there's a lot of sapphires, but I also know there's some cinnabar. So, I mean, it's small, it's red, it's crystalline. It's something, but that's the best of my knowledge. Alright, we keep this coming on down. There's a lot of blacks in this. Keeping it coming through solid. A little bit of quartz showing up. Some ironstone. Alright, good swirl. Collect again. Shift it forward. Get those heavies to the bottom. Wash off the bonds. You see that whole row of black sand across the back. Keep it coming. Just keep washing. The bonds go off. Nothing else, it might be easier to just set up another sluice run again and do it. But no matter what, at the end of it, I'd have to pan again. So, you know, this works for now. We get to see a little bit more what's actually in the ground. There's definitely a bit of black sand. Just keep it coming off the top. Keep it rocking back down. So, and keeping the black sands and whatnot is going to hopefully help collect the gold as well. But then again, we're checking to see if there is gold. So, yeah, that's what it is. We'll know once we get there. But thank God it's a beautiful day. Beautiful birds outside. Green grass after a long winter coming back into play. It's a good day out. Nothing else. Thankful to just be outside. Alright, a little green stone in there. Is that a little green crystal showing? What is that? Little green stone of some type. Alright. Push around again. Settle on out. I don't know if you can hear that. There's an eagle talking in the background. He must be having a good day too. Keep on working it down. That's the thing about pan and black sands is they're certainly heavy. They don't like to move. And normally you don't want them. But right now, there's just a lot of them. So hopefully they're keeping what we need in there as well. Try and take some of these rocks out the back. Hopefully not let them beat. Still have any of those black sands attached. That stuff sure is sticking. Alright, well, we're just gonna try taking out the back. I'll give those bigger ones an easier chance to move. Maybe keep the tilt angle down, encourage the balance to go out. Keep the heavies back further and not try to run them so far forward on the pan. It's encouraging a little bit more velocity to move things, but hopefully the angle of the pan staying dropped. I'm washing more water, but it will hopefully just take the bigger things out. little bit of work, a little bit of work. We're definitely getting down there. A bit more wash, moving them around. Alright. That's a lot of black sands. So we'll just see what we can get to move here quick. There's gold at the top. And there's gold. There's at least one. There's some more smalls. So, there we got a little bit of gold at the top of the pan. Some more smaller stuff. Not too much though. A little bit showing. But, you know, good morning today. Gold in the pan, another good day. Alright, so we just got the Vortex cleaned out. Got this much for cons in there, a lot less than the other one, so we're gonna see what we have in here. So I'm hoping for gold collection that this is gonna be most of what we got today. Now I did clean it out once after using those first little sluice boxes. There was a little bit of gold, but honestly, about the same as in the seconds and sluice, so I'll just take this one out, clean it out easy, see what remains. Like I say, it was overfilling and a lot of water flow, but this is going to be a test for that Vortex mat to see what it can hold. But, yeah, a lot of black sands. Keep those bonds coming, shift the blacks back, keep those bonds coming over the front. Shift back, bonds out the front. Same motion's repetitive. You just never know what's going to be there at the end. So stay true, stay consistent, keep on following through until you see what's there. Don't take no shortcuts, because you start washing too fast at the end, you get excited. There's a chance what you're looking for is going to be washing out there quick too, in that excitement. So keep coming back. And like I say, for most of the things here, I'm just hunting flood stuff. Generally a minus 100 mesh, 200 mesh, something like that. It's not big gold, so you got to be a little bit careful when you get to the end. But see what's there. It's just a little easier to get through than that dream mat. The dream and those riffles is great when it's flowing properly. They clean so well and generally gets rid of all the loose stuff. Just underflowing flat, it was holding the heavies. It was holding an awful lot of them too. So, alright, getting this washed out. Come down a lot easier than the last one. Then again, just the amount of material as well. Washing back, coming over the front. A little more to go, a little more to go, and we'll see what's here. Alright. We'll just start taking it from right here to make this one a little bit quicker. So tilt it down, wash back. Alright. Check out that little bit. There's a little gold sitting at the top there. Hey, not a bad day. Come outside, enjoy the sun, the animals. A little bit of gold to go with it too. You know, I'll take it. Well, here we go again. On to the next one. Thanks for another day out here exploring. Let's see what can be seen. Alright, got another little bucket classified on down. Got this bucket on open up. Start washing these ones on out. And the Vortex has been doing a pretty good job of just capturing anything that will fall in between. I think it's mostly made for smaller catch material, but I don't know, it's working pretty fine for me today. So I'm going to see what happens here. Keep it feeding. Hopefully keep most of the heavy sitting out here at the top, washing on out. We'll see here when we're done on those last pans, and we'll know what we got. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and keep this one running, get this cleaned out, and then we'll do another checkup here after this one. Alright, so another bag of concentrates, ran it again, got the collection down at the Dream, but pulled out the Vortex mat, got in the pen. We're going to do a little clean out, see what we got for running one more bag of cons. So, just go ahead and slow pan it on out here. Once again, I may be taking the rest of these cons home to run them again, just because it's fun to see what collects and what captures. But this will give us some idea of what actually happened today. Wash it a little fast, but should be quicker than the other pans. Just trying to be careful with what we got here to get somewhat of an accurate result. Bring it back, mix it all up, let it come forward with the heavy sit to the bottom again. See that line of black sand sitting at the back of the pan. Little white quartz showing up. Got some heavier black stones in there. Ironstone of some type, maybe. Either way, it's a heavier one. Okay, slowly keep rocking it. Keep it coming. Here we go, here we go. We're getting close there. Another wild black sand sitting in there, but hopefully there's a bit of gold to go with it. I'll know here in a minute. Go ahead and bring this over to the side so we can get some of the bigger stuff to come on out. Set it on down. Wash it forward. Blacks are getting a little close to that edge. Bring them on back. Let it settle on down. Wash on out. Wash on out. Slowly work that fine stuff. Let it come on out. Alright. Get those heavies back. But wash on down again. Alright. Keep those bonds washing off. Bonds washing off. Get some of those rocks coming. Hopefully not take too much black sand with it. Alright, let's just see if we can get a reveal done right here. Alright, bring it all, get everything sitting down here. Alright, there's some fine gold showing up here on the side. That is really small. Alright, we gotta bring this down. Use that setting sun to get about as much light as we can out of this. Alright. Alright. It is awful small, but we are still finding gold. Alright, later tonight when we get back home, me and that little girl are going to do a cleanup and see what we got for real. Well, let's go find out what we got. Alright, got back. Here's tonight's cons from that little river trial. Got a setting sun, a little bit of water, give us some flow. We'll see what we clean up here tonight. Water on here, give us a little bit more to go. Not really seeing any gold in the riffles yet. There's a little bit back here. A little bit in here. Not too bad. These are holding up pretty good. I don't see anything tailing down here in the back. Yeah, there's a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit sitting on top. Alright, once again, we're going to need to get it in the pan to see what's there. Alright, here we are with the first sluice. Get this on evened out here. A lot of black sands, a lot of heavies. That's been the whole thing all day. So here, got a little showing. Just a bit of gold right across the top here. Let's see if we can get a better angle on that sun. There's just a line, fine gold. Across the top, there's a little here, a few dots there. There's a couple little pieces floating on top because I don't have any dish soap in here. It's coming together.